Hi everybody, my name is Brian. I'm the chess club advisor for our students at Grand Rapids Community College. If you're one of our students, thanks for joining today. We have classes on Thursdays at 2 o'clock in the library. For those of you who are guests, welcome. Thanks for joining us, and I'm glad you're here. I myself am a beginner or intermediate, so if you're an advanced player, please join us and help me learn and help me advise. I advise the students, but help me teach the students how to play chess. Today, I'm going to talk a little bit about one of the resources that I've used. A lot of times the students will ask me, where can I take where can I get a course that goes through the basic skills of chess, and what have I used in my study of chess? As you know, I've said this on a few other videos. I have been an advisor of chess clubs since about 2004. I love chess. I love playing chess. I'm just not all that great at it. Like I said, I'm about a 1200 to 1400 level player, and there are people that I watch and courses that I take to be better. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about a Chessbase tutorial called Starting Chess. It's by Grandmaster Daniel King. It's a little bit of an older software, but it's still really good. It's a fantastic instructional DVD from Chessbase, and as I said, it's presented by Grandmaster Daniel King. It's about 3 hours of instruction on this DVD. It's interactive. You can use it using Chessbase if you own Chessbase, or if you download the Chessbase viewer for free, it'll work in there. If you buy the product, it is about as I said, you can buy the product. It comes with a version of Fritz, which it'll play in. And actually, why don't I show you just briefly a little bit about what Chessbase has to say about the product. This is what I have. This is what I bought. It's called Chessbase Tutorials, again by Daniel King. This is Daniel. I have communicated with him. He's fantastic. He's an excellent instructor. But on Chessbase, Chessbase is a German company in Hamburg. You can buy it directly from them. You can buy it from other stores. They're the ones who produce it. But you can also buy it from chess stores too, locally here in the U.S. There's a lot of places online that you can buy them from. And I don't need to go through places that sell them, but they're about $30, $35 somewhere there. A lot of times you can get them on sale. There is a series of these Chessbase tutorials that I do want to get. They're on openings. I haven't bought them yet, but I hope to get them soon and to talk about what I've learned from them with the students. And I'll be happy to share, like I said, my takeaways with you. But I'm going to talk a little bit about this particular course. It is excellent. As I said, I'm a beginner / intermediate. I did know a lot of what not everything, but a lot of what he talked about in this tutorial. But I do highly recommend it to the students. I do highly recommend anything you see from Daniel King. He's one of my favorite chess instructors and commentators. He was awarded Grandmaster title back in 1989. And where I see him quite frequently, I see him commentating on many of the most prestigious chess competitions in the world. He evaluates and analyzes the games from our worldly top-rated players. He has provided annotations to thousands of chess games available in the Chessbase mega database. He's written many books. And I've enjoyed watching his instructional videos in the digital version of Chessbase magazine. But also he publishes, I don't know if he publishes it, but he has a Power Play series on his channel, on his YouTube channel. But he's also has 28 Chessbase interactive DVDs called the Power Play series. These are fantastic. I've watched several of them. And they're great, high quality. He also creates content, as I said, for his personal YouTube channel called Power Play Chess, and he has hundreds and hundreds of hours of content on his weekly Chessbase Power Play series that you can see on the Chessbase video web server. That's how I watch him. He's a weekly. I don't know if they're Fridays that he puts them out, but he does have a weekly series on the Chessbase website. What I like about Daniel's videos is that he speaks in a way that it's just easy for us chess players, especially us lower level chess players, to understand. And as a personal note, I have emailed him several times. I've talked to him about some of the stuff that he's created over the years. He's always friendly and very engaging to me. We've gone back and forth through email. He is such a wonderful person. I enjoy writing back and forth to him, but he is so respectful to me, even knowing that I'm a lower level player. So Daniel's passion for chess is present in everything I've seen. And so for us beginning and intermediate chess students, if you're looking for, especially for the beginning chess students, if you're looking for a great beginner's course, this Chessbase tutorial that I'm showing you right now is great. And I'll kind of go through what he does on the DVD. So when you load it in and you open it up, I'm opening it in the full version of Chessbase. As I said, you can download Chessbase Reader for free, but I have the full version of Chessbase running right now. You can kind of see through his listing here on the side, everything from setting up the board. He talks about there's 64 squares, and this is how you set the board up, how you read notation. He goes through how all the pieces move, you know, how each different piece moves in the game of chess, from pawns to knights to bishops, rooks, what it means to put a king in check, what checkmate means. He's got many examples, again, very easy to understand. I do like his tests. He has a video that kind of goes through all the positions, but also he has a database in here, and you can click on, like, for example, checkmate in 1. You know, what's the checkmate? That's the checkmate in 1. So it's got really great interactive. Again, I'm using Chessbase, but it will work in Fritz, which is the software it comes with. Or, like I said, no, I don't want to save that. So it will load in Fritz, or it will play in Chessbase. So there's a great database of the examples he uses. Talks about stalemate, how to mate the lone king. That is a great video in itself. He shows examples on how to checkmate with a queen and rook and king versus king, or a queen and king versus king, and also a rook and king versus king. Very, very easy to understand. And these are obvious endgames that we all need to know. The 11th video, the strategy of material chess. You know, what is material, and if you're ahead material, you know, he talks about trading down to get to an end game, how to spot captures, looking for free pieces and hanging pieces. I've kind of talked about that in our series as well. You have to know the value of the pieces, how much they are worth, and then know when and what to trade. And he talks a little bit about avoiding pawns as well. The 12th video, excuse me. So how this works, like I said, is if you were to click on his picture, you'll see him kind of start talking, and that's what it looks like. You can adjust the size. If that helps you, you can make things certain bigger or smaller. But anyway, it's a very intuitive, great way to review and view DVDs. I just can't recommend them enough. They're wonderful. So we talked a little bit about material. His 12th video, tactical motifs and test. He goes through tactics, for example, forks with knights, pawns, bishop, rook, and queen. He talks about pins and skewers. Trapping, I talked a little bit about in one of my first few videos that I created. Discovered attacks and checks, what destroying the guard means, and deflection. And then he has 12 tactics tests in this section. He does go through them in video form if you want to, where you can pause after, during the test part, you can pause after each one, figure out what the answer is, and then he'll explain it to you and show it to you, or you can go through that database like I just showed you. Number 13, like I said, that is the solutions part of the tactics and motifs, where he describes how to solve every puzzle that he just went through. Number 14, castling. He talks about how to castle. Number 15 is what is the opening. I really liked and appreciated these videos because I am studying many different openings. He talks about leading with the e4 pawn, and he specifically looks at the Spanish or the Ruy Lopez for white. He's got some great traps he talks about with knights taking pawns and taking the pawns, the white queen attacking the knight, black knight moves out of the way, then white puts black in check, and white wins black's queen. I think I told you what I do when I watch all these courses and videos. I take notes. I keep a journal of everything that I try to learn from these things, and so I'm sort of reading you some of my notes as to what's in this for content and how great it really is. He talks about some black responses to the Ruy Lopez, like the French defense, also the Sicilian defense, and the Sicilian dragon. So he gives lots of different examples of openings with the e4 pawn, and then how to counter the e4 pawn opening. The number 16 is the d4 pawn. He gives a great example of the first 11 moves of the Queen's Gambit, and a fantastic trap at minute 3:30 in the video. I don't remember that trap, so that was really great to see. He talks about pawn chains and how important they are, and how difficult it can be for your opponent to get through those pawn chains. Also in 16, he talks a little bit about, or shows an example of black playing the knight f6, King's Indian and Grunfeld defense. Some, like I said, some openings to play with the d4 pawn. So that was number 16. Number 17 here, where it says Fischer Fine. That's a game between Bobby Fischer and, I can't remember Fine's first name, but he goes through the game itself. It's an Evans Gambit game, and he explains how black just never got developed in the game, and Fischer just came out on top in the game. It's very fascinating game to him, and I was glad to watch that commentary as well. And he really goes through these games so well, and like I said, he's very easy to understand even for us beginning and intermediates. He's just an excellent teacher. And then the final game that he goes through, the Anand versus Topalov game, is a Catalan opening. That's another opening that I've been wanting to play. I don't know the Catalan opening very well. I did notice in a couple of the tournaments lately that Magnus Carlsen has been playing a lot of the Catalan. There are other grandmasters playing the Catalan, so I've been wanting to learn it too. So he does go through this game that talks about, or that is the Catalan, and my note just basically says Anand was not concerned about picking up free pawns in the opening, and he was more interested in developing his pieces and getting castled, which is the whole point to what Daniel King is talking about in the main principles of what to do in the opening. Also in the game of number 18, he talks a little bit about if we can expose our enemy king, we can have a good chance at a successful attack. So basically that is those are the contents of the DVD. It's a great program. DVD from Chessbase. I highly recommend it to my students. I enjoyed it, and Daniel King, I know you're probably never going to watch this, but I do appreciate everything you do. You are a fantastic teacher, and you have done so much for me. I've watched your so many of your videos, especially your power play and your commentaries. I highly recommend Daniel King's web content, and especially his Chessbase videos to my students. So thank you so much for listening. As I said, students, I will see you on Thursdays at 2 o'clock in the library. If you're looking for like I said, a beginner's course, this is a great beginner's course. Next week I'm going to look at another beginner's course that I've been playing through on DVD. It's another great Chessbase. Chessbase has so many good products. It's another Chessbase video. This one is by Sabrina. What is her last name? Cervantes? I can't remember. I'm sorry, it was Sabrina. to botch your name. But I've been watching that one. Another excellent beginning excellent DVD for beginners. So that's coming up. Again, thank you for listening. Guests, thank you for listening too. If you have comments, please put them in the comments area. Feedback, I could always use it. Like I said, I'm a beginner and intermediate, and I can use help too in my chess development. And thanks for listening. See you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.